has been frustrated again and again. Therefore, one must not waste his time in such material activities for sensual pleasures, either in this life or in the next. So many nationalists, economists, and other ambitious persons have tried for happiness, individually or collectively. But history proves that they have all been frustrated. In the recent history, we have seen many political leaders work hard for individual and collective economic development, but they have all failed. This is the law of nature, as clearly explained in the next verse. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shriyuta Shri-Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri-Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Nitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Raghunathamnitam Tam Sajivam Advaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhamnitam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Upesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. So I welcome all of you for this morning Srimad Bhagavatam class. Today we are reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto number 7, chapter number 7, text number 41, and the chapter is entitled as What Prahlad Learned in the Womb. So, in the past few verses, we have been hearing this wonderful episode. So, the background is Prahlad Maharaj started preaching to his classmates. And when he started preaching to his classmates, then suddenly all his classmates they asked him, "You are born in the demoniac family, and we are all together studying Asuric knowledge here. From where did you learn this knowledge of Lord Hari, knowledge of the Supreme Personality of Godhead?" So it was at that time he narrates the story that how when Hiranyakashipu was so powerful and he was on the way of being more powerful by doing the extraordinary tapasya, it was at that time Indra captured Kayadu while she was pregnant with Prahlad. And it was at this time he was about to kill the child in the womb, but it was the greatness of Srila Narad Muni who came to protect the child. And it was at that time where he actually took her to the ashram. And it was at that time he started speaking the beautiful pastimes of the Lord. And at that moment, in the womb, Prahlad Maharaj had heard all this. And that's why they say when the mother is pregnant, that's the time where she should hear more Hari Katha, Harinam, so that the child in the womb gets the sound vibration. And that's how we see. So just by hearing Narad Muni in the womb of his mother, Prahlad Maharaj, he could recollect all that. And now he's preaching to his classmate. So, in the series of verses which we are hearing every day, today's verse, we'll try to read the translation again. A materialistic person thinking himself very advanced in intelligence continuously acts for economic development. But again and again, as enunciated in the Vedas, he is frustrated by material activities, either in this life or in the next. Indeed, the results one obtains are inevitably the opposite of those one desires. So we see here in this verse, it is explained that a person who is materially motivated, he thinks the perfection of life is just enjoy life, eat, drink, be merry, right? Charvak Muni's philosophy. Beg, borrow, steal, but eat ghee, right? So that is the philosophy. The life is, in Hindi they say, जीना है 4 दिन, मजे करो यार. Just enjoy life. Because that is the material understanding that there is nothing more to life. Just enjoy, right? But we see a person, he may be materially motivated. He may desire to have so much wealth, so much property, so much material possessions, but at the end, he'll never be happy or satisfied. Why? Because that is the way the material world is created. The material world is created to frustrate us. That's why Krishna says, Mam upetya punarjanma dukkhalayam ashashvatam. This world is the world of misery, the world of dukkhalaya. In the Gita course, we say, if you want vidya, we go to vidyalaya. If you want milk, we go to dugdhalaya. But this world is a place where there is dukkhalaya. Everybody comes in this world, they think that let me do this, and I will enjoy. But then they say life is kabhi khushi, kabhi gum. Nowadays it has changed. Sometimes khushi, mostly gum. That means very little pleasure, but there's so much suffering. So that has been explained here again and again, as enunciated in the Vedas. He is frustrated by material activities, either in this life or the next life. So that's what has been explained here, right? That how whatever a living entity does through his mind, words, or body, he naturally expects again for material enjoyment. Being unable to control his senses, you know, he's again and again frustrated by the cycle of birth and death. And unless he engages them in the service of the Lord, he cannot solve the problem of birth, death, disease, and old age. He cannot cease his material activities, and which will be the cause of his rotting in this material world again, birth after birth after birth. That's why Shankaracharya used to say, Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Jatare, Jatare Shayanam. Again and again, we are coming back to this world of birth and death. That is the biggest thing. So, in this verse, we see Prahlad Maharaj is speaking to his friends. He explains that sense control and renunciation without devotion to Krishna is useless. You may try everything to be happy. You may try everything to be famous. You may try everything to achieve in this world, but you cannot take with you. A materialistic person thinking himself very advanced in intelligence continually acts for economic development, but he has hope against hope that okay, this will make me happy. This will make me happy. In the Gita course, we give the example of the famous Walt Disney. He had so much wealth, he had so much possessions, everything he had, but he was afraid of death. He was feeling, what will happen when I die? I have to leave all this. So it was at that time he called a group of scientists and told them that I'll give you whatever you want, any amount of wealth I'll give you, but stop me from dying. And the scientist says, no problem, we are doing a research. We are coming up with a medicine. We are coming up with a formula by which even if you die, we will revive you. So he said, is it possible? He said, yes, don't worry. So many $1 million. Just give us. Research is going on. And he kept on giving them money. And a time came when he died. And they kept his body uh, in the refrigeration, doing all the test, all the experiment, but nothing worked. Because as they say, as sure as death, death is inevitable. Nobody can bribe Yamaraj. Nobody can say, Kal aana, kal. Come tomorrow. Come after 1 week. Right? Nowadays, people take loan from somebody and then when the person comes to ask for their money, they say, Prabhuji, kal aana. Come after 1 week. Come after 1 year. Right? But we cannot bribe Yamaraj. The famous example is of the great Alexander. So Alexander was the one who could conquer the whole world. He could just keep on conquering and conquering and get so much wealth, possession, name, fame. He was doing everything to become the greatest. But then, what nobody could do, Indian mosquitoes did. Somewhere in India, he had mosquito bite, and because of that, his health started deteriorating. And he was in such a bad condition that nothing was working, no medicine was working. And all the doctors who were at his service 24 by 7, they were also not able to help him. And at a point where he realized that I think death is coming. So he became very sober. And in that situation, he said that whenever I die, I have these three wishes, these three desires. Please fulfill. He said, one is when I die, my body, my hand should be open like this. Second, my body should be carried by four people, but not four ordinary people. All four should be doctors. And third, when I die, please throw gold coins while my procession is going on. So somebody asked that, what? We can't understand. What are you saying? He said, simple. When I die, when my hands are open, everybody should see. The great Alexander, he came empty handed and now he's leaving empty handed. He cannot carry anything, not even a small needle, not even one coin. Second, my body should be carried by four doctors. Why? Everybody should know, all the four doctors who have all the knowledge of the medicine, but nobody can help you when you are about to die. And the last is, since I cannot use these coins, distribute it. Let them use it, because nobody can take any wealth, anything with them. So that is the story. Today's world, people have a great amount of competition, that let me have this, let me have that, let me, I have 1 BHK, let me have 2 BHK, let me have 3 BHK house, let me have one car, let me have another car, let me become the richest person. But here, the Vedas or the scriptures, they say that the world itself is temporary, the wealth itself is also temporary. So, yes, as described in the translation, that yeah, material world frustrates us either in this life or in the next life. So, yeah, that has been described here. There's a very nice story, a story of 99 Club. I'm, I'm, I'm sure some of you might heard it, but I'll repeat. Once a king, he was going around his uh, kingdom, and he went to a small farmer's house. And this farmer had his wife and a small child. And this family was so happy. They didn't have so much luxury in their house. They had, everything very basic, but they had a philosophy of simple living, high thinking. They used to just do farming, whatever is produced, they used to have their livelihood. But from a distance, the king and the ministers, when they saw, the king was amazed to see their happiness, their bonding, their love, their affection. So much so that the king felt jealous. I have so much wealth, I have so much possessions, I have so much, but I am so much insecure. I am so much having difficulties dealing with my family, my wife, my children, and this person doesn't have anything. How is it that he's so happy? And then the minister said, my dear king, he's happy because he's not part of the 99 club. He's happy because he's not part of the 99 club. And the king said, what is that? Which club? It is not any club, but just example, not Mahindra club or this club or that club. He's not part of thinking of 99 club. So then the minister said this, and the king said, what are you saying? I don't understand. He said, don't worry, I'll explain you in next couple of months. But for that, give me 100 gold coins. And he gets the 100 gold coins in a bag, takes one gold coin, puts it in the pocket, makes it 99, and keeps it out of his house, outside the farmer's house, and goes. The next morning, the farmer gets up, opens the door, and he sees a bag full of gold coins. And he's ecstasy. Oh my God. Somehow, as in our ISKCON terminology, we say causeless mercy. Causeless. He didn't know who had sent. So he just started counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. He said, Arey, 99? Again he counted. Again 99. Again he counted. Again 99. Then the wife comes running. My dear Swami, why are you so much anxious, disturbed? He said, what can I say? Somebody kept this. At least he should keep 100. That foolish person, he kept 99. Now you count. And the wife counts. She's also frustrated. 99. So then both of them are very much, in anxiety. Then they say, we have 99. I used to work only few hours in a day. Now I will work 8 to 10 to 12 hours a day so that I can earn that one gold coin. When I get that one gold coin, 99 plus 1 will be 100. And the wife said, yes, 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 we'll do it. And then he started running, working hard, this, that. And the wife one day felt we had 99 gold coins. Let me do shopping. So she takes 2 coins. And after working hard for a month, he gets one gold coin, puts it, and he counts. It is 99, 98. He say, hey, what happened? He said, what to do? You know, I like this sari. I wanted to take this. I want to do this shopping. And he became very angry and they started fighting. The wife said, you know, it's so long you give me something and this and that. So much. They started fighting. And then he said, don't do this. Don't do this again. And again he works hard for now 2 more coins. Then the child comes, he takes 2 coins. And he wants something. So in this way, again he comes. Again after getting 2 coins, again it is 98. And every time somebody held some emergency thing, this and that. So his life became frustrated. And then the king came and he saw this family. There was no smile. Their life was completely in stress, anxiety, right? And then the minister said, now you got the 99 club. So then it is said that we are focusing so much to get that one extra coin so that we can get 100, but we already have 99. Utilize it. Why run? Why why think so much that only if I get this I'll be happy? But you can be happy right now at this moment. Be satisfied with whatever God has given. Why do, as Prabhupada used to say, atyahara prayasascha? Why do so much unwanted prayas? So, you can get that. So, this is the story. And today we see materialistic people, they work hard day and night. Prabhupada in the second canto purport, he says that they work hard as if foaming from the mouth. Foaming like a donkey, foams when he works hard. But at the end, they are not able to take anything out of it. So that has been explained here. So material life is like waves of ocean. No, it's impossible to stop. Right? So then what should we do? As explained in the Bhagavad Gita, Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehinam raso varjan rasopi asya param dushtva nivartate. All the problems will be there, difficulties will be there, material existence will be there. What we have to do? We have to develop a higher taste. Param dushtva nivartate. That higher taste is achieved by serving Krishna, associating with Krishna's devotees, putting our mind and intelligence in the serving of Krishna. Whatever activities we are doing, do it for Krishna. Karma yoga, bhakti yoga, right? Many times people just say, simply neti, neti, neti. I cannot do this, I cannot do this. Simply negation, I will not do this, will not help. But we have to add Krishna in our life. The only positive engagement is Krishna consciousness or service to Krishna, and that will purify us from all the karma. As explained in the Bhagavad Gita, there is karma, and then there's akarma, and then there is vikarma. Right? When we do something for Krishna, we go beyond the cycle of karma. Right? That's why Krishna it is said in the Bhagavatam, akama sarva kamo va moksha kama udaradi tivrena bhakti yogena yajete purusham param. As described, that in whatever situation, akama sarva kamo, whether you want something or whether you don't want something, in every situation, remember Krishna, serve Krishna. Moksha kama udaradihi tivrena bhakti yogena yajete purusham param. So that is described in the Bhagavatam. In every situation, try to remember Krishna. Smartavyam sada Vishnu Visvartam na jatuchit. In every situation, try to remember Krishna. Right? Because Krishna's energy is extremely powerful. As stated in the Gita, Daivi Esha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyate. Mam evit prapadyante mayam etam tarantite. So it describes that how this material energy of mine is so powerful. So that's why from material energy we have to come from to spiritual energy. What is that spiritual energy? Mahatma namastu pam partha daivim prakriti ashrita. Bhajante ananya manaso yatva bhuta minashriti. So yeah, coming from the divine energy. So His Holiness Devamrita Swami Maharaj gives a nice anecdote. He gives an example of a poor man, a poor boy. Many times we see a poor boy, he doesn't have money, somebody gives him money, says, okay, I will help you. He puts him in the school, then he goes to the school, then he goes to college. He doesn't have money, but he wants to impress girls in the college. So when he wants to impress a girl in the college, what will he do? He'll take a nice t-shirt from his friend. He'll take a nice jeans from some other friend. He'll take a nice shoes from his other friend. Take nice goggles. Get a nice iPhone on EMI. And when he has all this, then he thinks, I am something great. I am extraordinary. I am handsome. And then he tries to impress a girl. And he tries to, talk to her, meet her, try every means to impress. But at right moment, a more handsome, a more wealthy, extraordinary person comes and puts the hand on that girl and says, she's mine, get lost. So Devamrita Maharaj says that we try our best to exploit the material energy. We go to the demigods, give me this, give me this, give me this, so that I can enjoy. I can enjoy this material energy. And when we try to get all that from different devatas, demigods, that give me money, give me wealth, give me beauty, give me wife, give me children, and we feel now I can enjoy. And the moment we come to enjoy the material existence, Krishna comes and tells you, she is Mama Maya, get lost. She is Mama Maya Duratyaya, you cannot get it. And then we become sad. Why? We put all our energy, our endeavor, our efforts to enjoy, but at the end, as described in this verse, we are frustrated by the material activities either in this life or in the next. Again and again, as enunciated in the Vedas. So beautifully explained by His Holiness Devamrita Swami Maharaj. So many times Srila Prabhupada used to say this, that this material world is temporary. Remember Krishna who is permanent. One time Prabhupada was on a morning walk and he saw the beautiful place and he said, this place is so beautiful. Then he said, this world is made for sense gratification. Then everybody who was with Prabhupada, they said, what? They became happy. Because Prabhupada told not to do this, not to do this, not to do this. Sense gratification is nonsense. And here Prabhupada is saying, sense gratification. This world is for sense gratification. Then everybody started seeing Prabhupada, and Prabhupada said, this world is for sense gratification, not for us, for Krishna. He is the enjoyer. He is the supreme enjoyer. Bhoktaram yagya tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suradam sarvabhutanam yatva jnati shantim richati. That's why Krishna says, one who understands this, he will get that shanti. He'll become happy. The ultimate peace formula, right? So that's why uh, we see, we try to enjoy through the senses, but at the end, it's always the cause of trouble or frustration. The Shastras have this beautiful verse which talks about how when one tries to fulfill his senses, he becomes trapped. The verse is Kuranga Matanga Patanga Bringa Meena Hata Panchabhirev Panchaha Nara Pramadi Sukutaha Nahante Hanyate Se Sevate Panchabhiver Panchaha. So this verse talks about the five senses. All of us have five senses, right? And each animal has been described that how he tries to fulfill this particular sense for sense gratification, and what happens we will see. The first example is given of a deer. A deer is enjoying in the forest, in the jungle, but the hunter comes and plays beautiful music, and that music enters the ears of the deer, and the deer is mesmerized. That sound heard from the ear goes, and he starts running, goes, where is the sound, where is the sound, and he gets trapped by the hunter. So it is explained that that senses the sound. I think deer has that special shakti. The sound factor of the deer is very powerful. Any small fraction of sound, when it comes somebody's chasing, the deer runs faster. But that same deer comes on his own, seeing the hearing the sound of that sweet sound from played by the hunter, and it's caught, and then it is killed or hunted. The second example is given of elephant. Elephant is so powerful, so mighty. Nobody can control an elephant. And especially when the elephant is extremely powerful and ferocious, very difficult. But the same elephant is trapped. How it is trapped? By the touch of female elephant. They try to uh, arrange a female elephant and they touch the male elephant, and the male elephant starts chasing this female elephant. And by the time he comes walking or running, they make a big pit, and in that pit the elephant falls, and that's how they trap him. The third example is given of a meena. Meena is fish. The fish is in the water, enjoying by the nature. He finds small fish or something else to eat, but the fish catcher puts, what do you call that in English? A hook and a food, bait, right? You put inside, and the fish is attracted. As soon as it got to eat, immediately it's caught. The other example is of moth. In Govardhan Eco Village, we see so many times, especially when the light is on in the night, especially in this season, so many moths get attracted. They feel that this will give them pleasure, but that same fire or that heat cause of their death. And the last is uh, nose, right? We have the example of Bringa, the bumblebee. The bumblebee is so addicted with the fragrance of this flowers that it goes seeing the smell of that madhu, the honey, and it goes inside and sits under a lotus thing and tries to take the nectar, and he absorbed in so much that smell and that nectar, the petals of that flower closes, and the bees die. So that has been explained here. So the scriptures warn us that we think that we can be happy with this sense gratification or satisfy the senses, but this will never give us happiness. And we have seen in the past examples of great Rishi Munis who did so much tapasya, but they were distracted by apsaras. We have Vishwamitra Muni, how Menaka came to distract him. And then we have the example of the great Maharaj Bharat, who got attached to deer. And because of that, he had to again take a next life, right, as deer, and then again as Jada Bharat. So we see how material existence is again and again trying to uh, teach us that how the senses are so powerful. In a regular example, we see everybody knows that smoking is bad and they try to give it up, but then it's always a challenge. Few days they may say, okay, I have stopped smoking, I have stopped drinking, but a time comes where they again get attracted. Adding that again. So that's why association of devotees is very, very important. Without the association of devotees and without the association of seniors who are guiding you, and without the grace of Krishna, it is impossible to give up addiction. His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj, many, many years ago, he gave a class for Alcohol Anonymous, the organization which is from Chicago, the famous organization where their first principle is people who are addicted to alcohol. The first principle is they say that you cannot give up alcohol on your own. First, you should have good association, and the second, you should have dependence on God. They don't say Krishna, they say the all powerful, almighty God. Only if you depend on Him, you can give up this. And they have a big moment by which thousands and thousands and thousands of people who were alcoholics, they have given up alcohol. And their best preachers are who? Who were earlier alcoholics. Now they have transformed their life and they give preaching lectures. How alcohol have destroyed my life, my family. And I request all of you, don't get trapped in this. Please leave alcohol. Pray to God to help you. Pray to your family. Give up bad association. And that has been described. So now let's try and understand the practical application, what we can do. Right? Don't just try to give up bad habits, but try to replace it with Krishna conscious habits. As Prabhupada used to say, don't give up everything, but add Krishna to your life. Prabhupada used to say, you can have 10 zeros, but it doesn't have value. But when you add that one, each zero matters. So that's the principle here. Adding Krishna to our life. And the most important thing is uh, using our senses for the service of Krishna. Engaging our senses for Krishna. As described by Ambrish Maharaj, Save mana Krishna padara vaindayo vacham sivaikuntha gunanu varnare karo harer mandira marjane rishu Shrutim chakrachutah sat kathodayah mukundalinga laye darshane dusho tadbritya gatra sparsha anga sangamaha ranana cha tat pada saroj saurabe श्रीमत तुलसे रसनम तदर्पित है पादो हरे क्षेत्र पदान स्पर्शने शिरो ऋषिकेश पदा भी वंदने कामो काम कामाम च दश्ये न तो काम कामये यथो उत्तम श्लोक जनरस्य रतिहि. So how here we see the great devotee Shila Ambrish Maharaj is saying that how to engage each of our senses in the service of Krishna. Save mana Krishna padaravindayo, putting our mind at the lotus feet of Krishna. Right? Walking, engaging our feet, to go to the temple. Hands by serving, doing the seva. Yesterday we had Thanksgiving ceremony of Janmashtami, where devotees were appreciating everybody for doing the Kara Seva. Kara means the hand. Kara Seva, right? Hands and legs using in the service, distributing books, cooking for Krishna, serving Krishna, doing so many services. Tongue for eating Krishna Prasadam and chanting the holy name Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ears for hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, hearing the holy name, Kirtan, and then association, getting the sparsha, anga sparsha of the Vaishnavas, and then glorifying Krishna, serving the deities, worshipping the Tulasi. In this way, trying to serve and engage in the service of the Lord, right? So when we try to do this, then we see slowly with that development of association with Krishna, connection with Krishna, and then there will be transformation. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhya Kabunoy Shravanadi Shuddhi Chitta Hoya Uday. When we having hearing Krishna Katha, what will happen? Slowly and steadily that the dormant Krishna consciousness will come out. As explained in the Gita, what will happen when we hear and chant and serve and engage our senses in Krishna's service? Tada rajas tamo bhava kama lobha dhayo ischaye chete etir anavidham sthitam sattve prasiddhati. Devotional service is the only way by which we can cut knot of the material existence. So, yes, uh, senses are there. We have two options, either to engage the senses for sense gratification and then later on be sorry or frustrated, or utilizing that senses in the service of Krishna and pleasing Krishna. And this is the way of serving, being a devotee and serving Krishna in so many different ways. And that has been described here by Prahlad Maharaj. I always tell this story that one time there was a person, he heard that, let me be wealthy. So he started studying, working hard day night. Like in the movies, they say, you know, a small boy, he doesn't have anything, home to stay. Then he does boot polish. Then suddenly he becomes wealthy. Then he has a big office, big car. Now, what logic from boot polish, big office, big car? But what happens? The movies or the entertainment industry is made in such a way so that you imagine, wow, I also don't have money. But if I work hard, one day I'll get money, I'll get car, I'll get this big house, and I'll get that beautiful girl. So the whole imagination, right? So then this person, he gets so much money, office, big business. With all that, he gets problems, difficulties, and stress, anxiety, problems. So now he has so much, but he has all this problem. So now this person is utterly frustrated, so much so that he comes to a place like if you go to Khandala, Lonavala, there is Sunset Point. There's a famous place, Suicide Point. I don't know whether it is real, but people say that many people come to on a very height, and then there are cases where they jump, they commit suicide. So this person with his Mercedes car coming frustrated in the office comes in suit boot in the car. He parks the car and is about to come and jump, but now he's seeing the height, and seeing the height he's very afraid. So he comes back. It takes a moment, and again he goes. Again he comes, and a beggar was sitting there, and this beggar was looking at this person, and the beggar said, "Sir, are you looking for something?" And then this person was so much unhappy with his life. Nobody's talking to him, and he's the only person. So he goes to the beggar. He says, "My dear sir, my dear friend, actually, I'm frustrated in my life. I have come to end my life. I have come to this place. I'll jump from here. I want to commit suicide. Enough is enough." So the beggar, instead of telling him, "Arey, sir, aisa mat karo. Don't do this. Don't do that." He's telling, "My dear sir, if you don't mind, can I say something?" He said, "Bolo, bolo, aap bhi bolo." He's telling, "Sir, anywhere you are going to commit suicide, you come with such nice suit boot. Give me that. At least I can utilize it. See my clothes. I don't have any good clothes." So then he gives his suit, nice shoes. Then he says, "Your nice Rolex watch. It must be really expensive. Give me that. वैसे भी आपका टाइम खत्म होने वाला है, ये टाइम से क्या करोगे आप? Give me the watch." Then he says, "You came with a nice car. Give me the key. Anyway, this will be bekar for you." So he gives his dress, watch. Then he says, "You have such expensive car. I'm sure you must have house also." But of course, his wife, children are there. Let them stay. At least you should have some money in your pocket. Then you must have credit card, debit card. He gives the wallet. Take this. Then now he has nothing. Now he's saying, okay, I have renounced everything. Now I'll jump and commit suicide. And then he goes and he's about to jump. He realizes, hey, wait a minute. I have house, car, so much wealth, nice family, loving children, so many employees, so much, such a big business empire. Everything I am frustrated, and this beggar has nothing and he's happy. This beggar has nothing. Nobody talks to him. And he's happy and I am frustrated. I think there is something more to life. I think I should not end my life for these petty things, petty problems of life. Let me rethink my decision. Then he goes to the beggar, he says, sorry, plan may change, give me. And then he says that since you give me, this realization, then he gives him some money. He tells, take this card if you need anything, job, house, I will give you. But the lesson is very important. Many times we think, my problem is so big, but the problem is insignificant as compared to the problem or the Lord Krishna, right? So that's why the simple understanding is, to the extent we think that this will give us happiness, that will make our life more difficulty, more distress. So the best way is to try to serve Krishna, engage our senses in the service of Krishna, and in this way we'll be happy. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय. शिल प्रभुपाद की जय. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna.